Okay, well, oh shit, I done it again. Alright, what do we got here? Okay, no treaty means that forced destruction will continue unabated. Forest-dependent people's rights will not be protected. Endangered species will continue down the path to extinction, said Stephen Leonard of the Australian Orangutan Project. Oh, by God, he's right. And I'll tell you what, by God, look at down in Brazil and South America at the damn big-ass corporations and shit that are backing all this damn clear-cutting and ranching and shit going on down there. I don't know too much about what was Indonesia, China. That must, no, wait a minute, that's Indonesia. That's over by China, I'd say. I don't know. I'd have to look at my map. Let's see here, pictures. Oh, of course I don't have the damn map. I'm going to have to get that map out. But anyways, let's see here. Blah, blah, blah. Obama's day of hectic diplomacy in the snowy Danish capital, where more than 110 presidents and premiers had gathered Friday for a rare climate summit, produced a document promising that rich nations would provide $30 billion in emergency climate aid to poor nations in the next 3 years, and set a goal of eventually channeling $100 billion a year to them by 2020. Where the hell is the damn money coming from? $30 billion in emergency climate aid to poor nations. Hell, we just passed the damn $630-something billion damn defense budget. Hell, we're going broke. Where the hell do you think we're going to get the damn money? Borrow it from China? That aid aims to help nations build seawalls, cope with unusual droughts and storms, and deal with other impacts from climate change, as well as to develop clean energy sources and reduce their own emissions. Yeah, we're going to reduce their own emissions so we can just keep pumping out more damn CO2 ourselves. The accord includes a method for verifying each nation's reductions of carbon dioxide and other heat-trapping gases, a key demand by Washington because China has resisted international efforts to monitor its voluntary actions. Under the 1997 Kyoto Protocol, rejected by the United States, 37 industrial nations were already modestly cutting back on their emissions of greenhouse gases. Yeah, I kind of ran over this here. It says, under the 1997 Kyoto Protocol, rejected by the United States. And here we're talking about damn China resisting international efforts to monitor its voluntary action, and yet we rejected the damn Kyoto Protocol. Mostly cutting back on, let's see, 37 industrial nations were already modestly cutting back on their emissions of greenhouse gases. Under the new non-binding agreement, those richer nations, including the U.S., are to list their individual emission targets, and developing countries must list what actions they will take to reduce the growth in their global warming pollution by specific amounts. I'll tell you what, this damn conference went on for, hell, 2 weeks now. And now I don't know if nearly all 193 nations at the UN Climate Conference agreed to President Barack Obama's solution. Now, I don't know which other presidents or which other countries waited until Friday to show up to this Copenhagen thing. But it seems to me that, let's see here. Let's see if it says anything. But it seems to me like 193 nations at the UN Climate Conference agreed. Okay. Then Obama's day of hectic diplomacy in the snowy Danish capital, where more than 110 presidents and premiers had gathered Friday for a rare climate summit, produced a document promising that rich nations would provide. Now, I'll tell you what. That's what I'm saying. Who in the hell is this damn Barack Obama that dominated, let's see, the nations most vulnerable to climate change, including low-lying islands, believe that 2 degrees Celsius figure is already too high. Well, the document says carbon emissions should be reduced enough to keep the increase in average global temperatures below 2 degrees Celsius or 3.6 degrees Fahrenheit since pre-industrial times, but average temperatures already have risen 0.7 degrees since then. I'll tell you, since the nation's most vulnerable, okay, because of deal emissions, blah blah blah. Well, it would. The United States president argued that some kind of deal was better than none. Obama met twice with Chinese Premier Wen Jiabao, once privately and once with other leaders in hopes of sweeping aside some of the disputes that blocked progress. Disputes between rich and poor countries and between the world's largest or biggest carbon polluters, China, dominated the two-week conferences. Disputes between rich and poor countries and between the world's biggest China carbon polluters dominated the two-week conference. Tens of thousands of protesters took the streets and staged demonstrations to demand action to cool an overheating planet. Oh, there you go. 2 weeks. Here these son of a bitches go have 2 damn weeks of conference. And like I said, I don't know who else showed up yesterday to this damn climate thing. But I'll tell you what, the way this damn article seems to read, it makes like Obama just walks in on Friday, blows a bunch of damn hot air around on a bunch of people, and everybody thinks he's the next goddamn thing to God. That's bullshit. If that son of a bitch can walk in there and do in a day and a half what these son of a bitches couldn't do in 2 damn weeks, this is bullshit. The U.S. president argued that some kind of deal was better than none. If the world waited to reach a binding deal, then we wouldn't make any progress, Obama said, warning that could produce such frustrations and cynicism that rather than taking 1 step forward, we ended up taking 2 steps back. Oh, bullshit. Japanese Prime Minister Yukio Yoshihide called the deal a major step forward, but German Chancellor Angela Merkel gave it only grudging acceptance, saying she had mixed feelings about it. Annie Besant, International Council for the Environmental Defense Fund, called the U.S.-led climate deal a stepping stone on the path to a new climate treaty. The next stone must be a bill enacted by the U.S. Congress. What the International Council for the Environmental Defense Fund called the U.S.-led climate deal a stepping stone to the path to a new climate treaty. The next step must be a bill enacted by the U.S. Congress. Legislation to impose the first caps on U.S. carbon dioxide emissions has been moving slowly through the Congress. The resulting tentativeness of the U.S. commitment to relatively weak emission cuts by 2020 complicated efforts this year to negotiate a firmer global agreement on emissions. Obama upended his schedule Friday to reach the deal, turning a 9-hour trip to Copenhagen into a 15-hour negotiating whirlwind. Besides critical meetings with the leaders of the developing world, Obama and U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Rodham Clinton held talks with European leaders, including Merkel, Britain's Gordon Brown, and French President Nicolas Sarkozy. The $100 billion a year climate goal set for 2020 falls below estimates made in some expert studies, including by the World Bank, which foresee a need for hundreds of billions of dollars each year to combat global warming as sea rise, species go extinct, and farmlands go dry, and storms become more severe. I'll tell you what, you tell that damn World Bank to go to hell, and I'll tell you what, this is a bunch of bullshit. This is bull. Now, if you watch the dang video, the AP video, Obama announces climate deal. It's got a couple of damn world leaders on there that they're raising hell over this shit. And then all of a sudden, Obama walks in and everything's like damn honky-dory. That's bullshit. I want to know who the hell this man is.